Welcome back, everybody. We've got a little treat in store. I'm super excited. We're at JNJ Farm, and I actually have J&J himself, Mr. Johnny, as my guest today. You want to say hi to
Howdy,
everybody?
howdy.
Hey, hey. And this to me
Hey,
is
hey.
one of the best maps there is up to July in FS19. Period. It just it's small. It's good for single player. It's good for multiplayer if you're playing co-op. But the reason why this map means so much to me is the custom animal placements and the overwhelming amount of life that there is on this map. It's crazy. Like there goes the jets there. You can hear the bird and it's flying right by the actual main farm. We got ducks, fish, traffic everywhere going multiple directions, and watch out because they will hit you. And this is just a beautiful map, beautifully done. And like I said, it's just everything about this map gives it so much life. So, what kind of inspired? Oh, as you can see, also the pen extension is added to this map and works really good. So, what's the inspiration for this map?
Um,
Well, I remember you
I don't know.
said it's a true J&J farm because it has forestry and farming. I remember you told me that.
Well, the farm itself is kind of based on a farm I grew up on. As far as the layout goes, kind of loosely, and then like the field in the back I was telling you about, like field 5, you have to go through a little bit of trees to get there.
Yep.
That's just like the farm I grew up on too. So I was trying to incorporate a few things I saw while driving a truck and a few things I saw while custom farming and growing up and whatnot.
Well, it definitely turned out
Other than that,
nice.
other than that, I just try to make it look good and went with it.
I don't think there's any reason for me to have the map blocking our view. And you have your, of course, you can hear the jet. Let me look around. There it is. So we have this jet. We have like a C-130. There's your two Air Force Ones being escorted by fighter jet. But I said it wasn't Air Force One. It was there was a
Ambassador Spock.
supernatural alien being transported to Area 51. Showed it was Spock in it. So I think that's cool, though. It's amazing the work that you've actually done on splines and how you manipulate them to get them to do what you want, like these air balloons. They're a little kamikaze going down the ground. I love that, barely missing trees and stuff. And of course, my load screen is dedicated to you and those fighter jets doing a flyby. And of course, you
Yeah.
got the blimp over here, and it comes really close. It actually comes out further from. We thought that it went over to the ball field, but it actually comes over this way a little bit further than that. This is for
Well,
your. Do what?
sorry, I changed that after we talked about it, moving a little further. After we talked about it the first time when we did that multiplier video,
Yeah.
I changed the spline on that blimp so it would come over a lot further.
Cool. I
So
think
it'll
it's
actually
great.
go clear to the other end.
Yeah. I love that. I love the fact that it comes across. Here is your water pen extensions. All this stuff has been tested. It all works great. There is a lot of videos of it being tested. I actually do a combined video of Johnny's testing and mine where I do old iron and gameplay, and he does some of the newer stuff. You can watch them both at the same time. And also, Johnny's YouTube channel is a great one to watch. He is still uploading a ton of episodes of playthrough of testing on this map, especially with this right here. You had 20 bales of wool in an auto loader trailer that holds 20 bales of wool, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I love sheep.
that was a happy coincidence.
Yeah, that is. And also with
Yeah, I drove
all.
over there with the tractor and I drove over with the tractor and I was like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna happen.
The animal pens, of course, you're doing a really nice one, sure. The animal pens, especially on this new map of the collaboration of everybody, I really love because you push the animals out of their normal area and around all the fence line in the animal sections. We're talking about much larger sections, but in it, especially in this, I really love all the triggers being out in front, which allows you to put your pins and stuff up next to trees, or in this case, back to back. And to me, makes it a lot easier for working with your animals. So I think people who loves playing with animals, as you can see right here, you can just drive right down through here. These are all back to back. This little alley in the back really is nice, and it really doesn't really have no usefulness, but it's a nice aesthetic touch to be able to back all this stuff together. And then over here again, everything just, and the horses is just so convenient to get to. I'm really loving that. Tons of storage. This is modding welts, storages.
Yeah, those two red barns are. Yep.
Yeah, I
They're
love.
modified. I made them a bit taller. That's all I've done to them. I made them taller because you couldn't park like the cotton picker or a couple other things just wouldn't fit in there.
You know, I
So
never
now they do.
even, I never even noticed that you stretched them and made them taller. I can actually see
Yep.
it now because this one right here don't actually have the same stretch. So, but that's actually a good happy accident because it gives them a little bit more feeling of being different, unique, stuff like that. Of course, you got a little area to walk through back in here. I've seen you try to fill this one up with bales and stuff. It's pretty deep, and it looks like you increased the height on it as well. Did you increase this one as
Yep.
well? So that's going to mean a ton
Yeah.
of
Actually, all
storage.
three of them actually are increased. It's just one sitting a little bit lower than the other one because the train does a little bit of a slope there.
Yeah.
You can't even see it with the naked eye, but
So it's a copy of the original. It's just a terrain difference or something like that.
yeah.
I still think it
And like I
looks
said, I'm
great.
not taking anything from them guys. All I did was make it just a little bit taller.
Yeah. Well, they
So
do some
I'll
really
be
cool work.
yes I do.
And of course, you start with this field here, and then this is your hidden field area that you was talking about. And you also start with this field right here. And it's very good looking. And this kind of Johnny lives in Missouri, and I live in West Kentucky. And West Kentucky has fields that looks identical to this. It's why I love Johnny's work so much. These annoying trees right here where you got to be doing your work, but that's very easy. You just trace out a little bit, and if you're kind of fond of hard workers, then let them go. You can see it in my old iron gameplay and stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It gives the map a lot more feeling of being natural, along with his technique for placing trees and stuff, which is also really cool too, because since this map you started adding trees and roads in on splines like you would people and traffic and planes and all that. And
Yeah.
you actually teach people to do that.
Yeah, this map basically it started out with just nothing more than me trying to learn how to uh, do things a little easier, with like splines and whatnot. And then I started building that farm. I was like, it kind of looks like the farm I grew up on. And then it just kind of blew up from there.
Yeah.
But this map, literally, all it was going to be for was for me testing ideas on.
Right. And it's a good thing you did. I mean, like I said, you can see it. I mean, you look at the way Kaz did his forest on this map, and the way a lot of modders and stuff still places trees. That's a lot of putting down trees, being concerned if they're level with the ground or not, twisting, turning, raising, lowering. It's a real pain in the butt to get that kind of blend in trees. So a lot of modders will just take a spruce tree and just start dropping about 8 or 10 along the field and call it done. And that's not lifelike. But with your actual putting them in on splines, it makes it a little bit easier. Plus, it has this explosion if you tell it to do that, and it randomly places them around and stuff like that, so you don't have that, unnatural look about the trees and stuff.
Yep. And technically, you could probably do a whole map that way. Just make one giant forestry map in probably an hour.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. There's a
You know,
lot of
be
forestry maps coming out, and there's forestry has a big following, and but one of the things I never really liked about forest maps isn't the fact that it's a lot of work, and I do get it is a lot of work. If you say I do forestry, you're you're doing more work than I want to do in the game. But the thing is, once you start clearing off some of these small forests and stuff, it just don't really have that natural feel no more. Then it's kind of heck to replant them and everything, but I'm not really up high enough. But like this forest right here, I'll bring it up. F. You put that in on a spline. That's one of the first one. How many trees you think is just in F alone? Just a random guesstimation.
well, the video is a little bit laggy on my end, so I'm not. You're talking about the field that used to be a racetrack.
Yeah.
That one, I think, has somewhere in the neighborhood of 15,000 trees in it.
Yeah, and then on this collaboration map, you've already got just in spruce and pine over 150,000 on it, and that's just
Yep.
we're not even started yet on that map. We're just getting started on it. So
That's just the one corner.
yeah. Now the one in the center, the forest. Now this is just my opinion. I mean, this is y'all's map. Do what you want. You can cut down every tree there is on the map, but I really think even if I'm in forestry, I would leave the center forest and the one by the shops alone, just because it just helps give that map a really nice feel. You're going to have more than enough work with the other two forests to keep you busy in trees and stuff. I kind of think of this more as a forest and small farm gameplay, but I still would kind of that's more than enough forest to keep you busy for a pretty good while and plenty enough place to plant if you wanted to. More trees. So we have Kaz Crater here.
It definitely looks like a crater hit it,
Yeah,
or a crater hit it. Something hit it.
yeah, that definitely is a cool looking lake. It's undergone a wonderful transformation. As y'all can see, all your stuff right here is located in the center of the map. You do have a nice little road right here above Field 9 and above the political BS and the shop. So it's really easy to get to all the sale points. Johnny's laughing. For you that does not know, he has a little humor when it comes to our government, but everybody else does as well. You see them right here. And if you scroll across, if you know anything about politics or live in the United States and old enough, you'll know that it's only crap that they deal with. So they bite and dish it out too. That's how they get it. They get it from us. So that's where you sell your liquid and your solid waste. And you do have tons of sell points. I mean tons for small maps. There's no use in worry about your prices and stuff. You're always going to get great pricing because you got such a so many places. Queen Lizzie, that's a little somebody special in Johnny's life. And you even got me here. I'm always so blessed. Johnny is amazing. I'm so glad to meet him. Akahita Island stayed one of my favorite maps forever, especially because it has Johnny's past in it of his bloodline and stuff, being related to American Indians and stuff. And I just said that. And if y'all haven't checked that map out, download it. It's a wonderful map. It's good for small farming, large farming. It's got so much history in it and the personal touches in it that it's an overwhelmingly great map. This one here is a lot more lifelike, but still it does not do anything negative towards Akahita Island because it has a lot of great things about it as well. This map, I love it so much because of how it makes you feel when you come in. It's like you're in a real environment. And Johnny's always been really nice to include me in his maps and people that's special in his life, like Lizzie, and he met up with Kaz, and they're hitting it off really well, so he's included him in his map. So that shows you that Johnny really cares a lot about the people in his life that means something to him, and it cares about him, and he gives it back, and I love that.
Yeah, you're talking about Akahida's Island, large farming.
That's an
Mega farm.
understatement. Yeah, it's you I did some potatoes on Johnny's farm testing the field. And after I did that, I swore I would never do potatoes again. I had, what was it, like 5 harvesters going in that 5 million trailer. And I was thoroughly exhausted at the end of the day trying to. People that loves big farming is going to love that mount. And you got, like I said, that intro into my channel with the donation by Johnny with the fighter jets. That's actually on that map, so you can sit there and watch them do that little dive down right beside you. It's just it's something amazing, I tell you.
Yeah, I think it took me 14 hours to harvest field 21 on that map,
That's insane.
and that was with two. That was with 2 combines that held 1,000,000 liters. So, yeah,
See, that's just now
made
you
a pretty
see
good
why
profit though.
that. But y'all love stuff like that. To me, I'd rather spend. Well, like that one video I did where I cut grass, I literally almost fell asleep at the computer because it took me 3 hours to run that little sickle mower and to mow that grass in that one little tiny field. Literally 3 hours to get across there. And I literally fell asleep nearly a couple of times while I was recording. It was pretty funny. You couldn't run hired worker. The course play wouldn't work on it, so it was all manually done. So that's my idea of a big field is old iron play, and stuff. I can spend 3 hours doing that, but I can't spend 3 hours on a map I can see it goes on forever. So, but I don't know. There's something for everybody though. That's just it. There is people. It's like me and big farm players, and that map offers a lot for both players. Not to mention it feels really natural like this map. But the thing about it is you done that one the hard way, tree at a time, and that had thousands of
Yeah,
trees on it
there was over 28,000 oak trees,
alone. That's not
and
counting any
there was
other
like
type.
7, 8.
Yeah,
No, there's 8 different types of trees.
yeah. And that town up there in the
So
top left where the
there's
tribute is just beautiful as well. It's overwhelming how beautiful that map is on that end.
Yeah, I was kind of actually surprised how well that town came together, and pretty much that's your fault.
Well,
So,
I appreciate that. I like being a pain in the A. I really do. So whatever you whatever you said, give me your honest opinion and don't hold back. And I was like, that's music to my ears. And it's not like I'm
well, you
trying
told
to
me to move the.
move the sawmill.
If you could have saw the look on my face when I saw that message saying "move the sawmill," I'm like,
Oh
I'm
man.
pretty sure I dislocated my job. I was like, dude, what?
Well, that's because there's all these big, beautiful houses. I'm thinking families, kids, and everything else. Then we got this dangerous, loud sawmill sitting right next to it. So if you just pick that up just a little bit, maybe sit on the other side of the trees. Do it for the kids, Johnny. So
Well, hey, they got a park and a campsite out of it, so
yes, in that
I
park.
say it's a win.
Yeah, and the people that's actually walking over the bridge, it goes over the road. That's some more of that custom spline work, and then that tribute to our American Indians is just every time I go on that map, I go to that side. I don't have to stay on the right side. I will drive over just to see your tribute, and I absolutely love it. We need to be reminded of our past.
Awesome, thank you.
It's wonderful. So we do have. I'm sure everybody's tuning in to Mod Hub's probably going, "Shut up, JD! I want to see the map." So you do have jobs. Don't stress about that. You do have plenty of sell points. You don't start with any animals. And this is your map overview. I kind of focused around 5 and 7. I stayed next to the main yard, and this over here by the shop is actually really good too for growing like orchards and stuff. That was my deal. I had to do that. So we're gonna get back. Oh, we ain't showed the shop yet. It showed the garage. So this is your garage. We start off with my favorite start equipment. If you don't have mods, this map is going to Giants. It is in Giants. It is in Testings. So console guys, start praying. We're
Keep your fingers
praying.
crossed.
Yes, we're all praying. We're not going to give up on you. And I'm begging Johnny to, I mean, they really can knock the wind out of you when they give you those letters back. It could be pages in length, and some of the ones you get up on there, you wonder how they got there to start with when so many good maps don't. And I know there's thousands of people that's looking for it. I was on console for 2 years, so I understand. But if you're on console and you don't have good mods, this is the all-star lineup to me, period. The Fent favorite is the first one to offer all your options for taking care of your animals and doing transport jobs with the front end loader. This little Fiat, not my favorite tractor as far as name, but it will do what all small tractors will do for the lowest price. My favorite combine, I just like taking my time. I like the old feel. Love the straight non-swivel shaft on the trailer. I can't back those things up to save my life. You get plenty of starting equipment to take care of your fields, spray them, seed them, and all the stuff you need. Plus, you get all these beautiful custom animal placements by Johnny. You get his silos that's been edited to hold 2 mil. Plus, you get 2 extensions.
I don't even remember what those hold anymore.
The
But
silos,
if you go in there, you can see them.
yeah, 2 mil, and the extensions is 250,000. So they're looking at 2.5 million. Of course, you got Modern Wells building. Johnny said he did raise them up a little bit, so that way it would accommodate much larger equipment. So you get that nice old field. You can repair. You can get water. There's really nothing that you need to start up with. So if you're on console, you are absolutely set. And if you're on PC, you're set no matter what anyway. So I'm loving that startup. It is absolutely perfect. Like I said,
And I've proved that you can make money using that startup because I'm on episode 16 now. And I got a pretty good lineup now.
yeah.
So,
And this is the town. And this is what I'm saying that I love so much about this map. And I can't stress this enough. I guess I took art for too many years, I tell you, in school and stuff. And to me, this is just pure art. When you think of small towns, kind of like me, this is actually an upgrade for my town. But the school actually has a lot of tennis courts, soccer ball fields, and stuff like that. And when I go across this, it immediately makes me snap and remember my small town that I live in. In the little ponds, we don't have nothing like that here, but this is a nice little place for this. If they don't want to sit around and watch the game, the kids can come over and play and stuff. Did have a 4 lane put in here, and I remember you asking me about that and what I thought about it. And I told you as long as it kind of supported it, you know, plenty of people living there, that would probably be perfect. And I think it was spot on, man. I really do. I think that was a great choice
oh,
of going with that
that
road.
town, that town in that suburb or whatever, I almost lost my motivation a couple times. It took forever.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't give up because you did enough random on the houses and stuff. And this is kind of like the northwest end of Akahita Island on steroids. It is such a beautiful town. You This right here actually has no usefulness at all except for sheer beauty and making the map feel alive. Unless you want to do like I remember one group they did a series on they's taking some mowers and going around and mowing people's yards and stuff to make money and stuff. Although they really wasn't, but it was really cool as a multiplayer episode. And you just can't. A lot of people just put this out in fields, but you can't understand. Why play in such a dry, lifeless map when you got people on splines going everywhere? They're not making a little walk around in a circle. They're walking the whole entire road, and they're going different directions. The traffic is going different directions. Uh, it's just you can't get any better than this. That's why this map to me is my number one map on feeling alive like a map should do. We play simulators to be able to live life in a different way. So this is going to make you feel like you're more of a part of a real environment to me. Here's your sawmill. Some of your sell points down through here along with your BGA. This here is a Shell facility, but it is not for gas. Here's your gas station over here. This is for you to sell some of your products. That cement truck is getting it. He's blowing that other car away. You got your shipyard. All these ships, I assume all these ships out here in the waters on the spline, I have never seen any of them not working or moving.
Well, the ones that are docked aren't moving, but
Yeah. Small boats, big boats, they're everywhere.
yeah, I enlarged those cargo ships too because it was way too small.
Just felt a little small down inside all that big water, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Giants made them so small. I used to go to Michigan a lot in summers, and I kind of grew up around the locks up there, and I would see those ships go through. They are ginormous.
Yeah.
So I had to make them a little bit bigger on the map because they just weren't realistic to me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of ginormous and realistic, for you people out there that's going to be yelling foul on the pink trees, and I did ask Johnny about that. There's 3 of them. And once again, the pink trees, the name Lizzie, that's because of somebody special in his life. I was explaining to him how these type of trees normally only grow about 15, 25 foot tall. And as soon as he says for somebody special, I said, well, heck, it's perfect then, because, sometimes something just needs to be said when it's somebody special in your life. So I love it now.
Well, you should have seen the original concept I had on the tree. It was about 10 times bigger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I actually call it the Tree of Life because
Yeah, that's what I was
it
thinking.
was just gigantic.
And if you really
But yeah,
want
I think the traffic,
go ahead.
I think you got set at 45 miles an hour, so that seemed pretty right with being in town.
If y'all see that dump truck, that cement truck just turned left and the car went straight. If you want to see how complex these splines are, just sit here and watch. I mean, you got one turning right, and then on the other road it turns right and left. That's 3. You got one turning in. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least 8 traffic directions right here. You got both lanes going the direction they're supposed to be going. Then this dude here, he's fixing to turn right. You got one that turns left. Of course, you got one that turns in off the 4 lane, and then another one on the inside line that turns in off the 4 lane as well. So that's at least 8 different ones right there.
There's over 100 traffic lines.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy, man. And the thing about it is,
Yeah, it took a while.
the timing of it. Well, did that come in play? I mean, literally the timing of it, because it seems like to me they should be running into each other with that many. I mean, I understand that some of them over this way, like even this one, I realize that it's coming out and then coming around and possibly going around in a circle, maybe at least one of them. But for the other side and this side and the one over there, plus the one over there in the town, to get to coordinate all that stuff to where they don't plow into each other just seems a little bit amazing.
Well, what I had to do for that is I took the cars folder out of the actual Giants folder, and I basically increased the collision triggers on them so they'll read that there's something in front of them a lot sooner, so therefore they have time to slow down and stop.
I just seen the suicide, so they basically know to watch out for each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But you can see that balloon there. It actually comes down really close still, but I actually love that. Just try and get to where I can see it. Don't run over this guy here. But I think that's trippy, and I actually like it. I like the balloons coming low because they do go high and low and stuff like that, and barely grazing some of the fields and stuff and all that. I really like it a lot.
Yep, he's basically checking out your building over there.
I see that. He's flying right over my building, isn't he? Got a really cool sign. Big, beautiful building. I love this. This is awesome. And it means a lot to me, too. I mean, there's not a lot of modders out there that really goes out of the way to, you know, say much or do much for, you know, somebody like me. And that means a lot. I don't have a lot of subs and all that kind of stuff and all that. So picking me and my channel to do your maps and then incorporating me as a sign of friendship really means a lot to me. It really does.
Well, you're the one guy that said, "Yeah, I'll look at your map."
Yeah, and that goes for
and you're the only guy that actually wanted to give me
everybody.
an honest opinion.
And that, like I said, that goes for anybody and everybody. If you got a map that you want to showcase, like I said, because of me showcasing his maps and Kaz maps and stuff, that we're now doing a collaboration that is of JNJ and of course Kaz, and then you got Perrin, you got me. I actually got to play around with the editor. They've been teaching me, so think of how happy I am about that. And then you got Jim. He's fixing to do some storytelling as we get closer to the end. He's already been doing a lot of PR work for us, so pretty happy about that. And this just ain't just for us. This is being done for everybody, the gamers and other modders and stuff like that. Like I said, the work that's shown on my channel and Johnny's channel and Kaz's shows the actual GE work being done. So if you need help with your modding, in case you can't learn with Shy Wizard and stuff like I wasn't able to, then you got so many other sources now to try to help aid you in that journey. So, and like I said, if you got a map or something you want to showcase, reach out, secure your work, and showcase it, and possibly even get to work with Johnny one day or Cass. So I think that's fantastic. Looking at your updated lake, I really love this rock wall that's been added on this north side. Of course, you got your little guy in the fishing
Yeah, it
boat.
looks a lot better than that crazy slope.
Yeah, it just needs a little love. Not much though. I mean, everything about it right now is looking right to me. I mean, I think it's really looking right. I like it. It's just because of that slow sloping of the sand, you know, and that right there, just a little bit of rock face, gave it a lot of life to it. I hear a duck. I know there's a duck in this pond. There he is. Oh, he's got little friends. Whack, 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 whack.
Fine.
So did you get fish in this one too?
They're still hard to find, but yeah, there's more fish in there.
Yeah, this one here is a little bit harder to find than this one over here. So, like I said, this helps contribute to the map. This pond right here, I know for sure you can see really easy. Where you at? Did I miss him again?
I think they're on the other side.
Oh, I think I see him now. Yeah. There goes a little squadron of fish. You need just some Blue Angels music right now. And they are on a spline. They do move around. Here's your other suicide ballooner.
And then there's a couple seagulls, couple eagles, couple hawks.
Yeah, I remember the.
They're a little harder to find, though.
Of course, this one bird usually hangs around right in here. I see him here a lot. Does he go out further than this?
Oh, yeah.
But he kind of hovers around this little area right here. I've seen him go over the buildings, and I've seen him come around through here. So I mean, if you want a map that's just full of life, this one. It's just hands down. If there's a ranking system on what map feels the most alive, that you want to actually have that feeling, you get this one. It's just that simple. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do on the collaboration map too. You've got a lot more area to work with and stuff. So I'm interested to see what you actually pull off on that map as well. So y'all need to follow Johnny's channel. If you haven't subbed him and you sub me, I appreciate if you go over to his YouTube channel and sub up and give him some views and stuff, because you're going to see a lot of great things in the future out of him. So you really need to sub up and follow his YouTube channel. I will put the links in the description and stuff at the end. So, what have we
Now that I
missed?
said that, I think I'm retiring. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you thinking about retiring?
What?
Is it you thinking about retiring? You retired,
Yeah.
I'm going to be out of a job. Let's see. Where are we at? Nah.
Did you find a hidden item on this map yet?
I have not. I'm terrible at hide and seek, I tell you. I haven't even found that cave yet on the other map. I guess while I got the truck over here, I might as well show this.
Ozzy?
Okay, so the dealership, there's your workshop. So if you need to get stuff repaired, just go in here and do your thing. That's sweet. I love that. Just don't forget to shut the door when you're done. That thing's fast. It's going to crush me, Johnny. That's really cool, though. I love it. So, what have we missed? Have we missed anything that needs to be shown or told?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody that this is going to happen. I think everybody's going to love this map. I really do.
Yeah, blue and yellow one gets real low, huh?
Yeah, I'll actually like it. I haven't seen it hit nothing yet, but when I was doing that interview, that last interview and stuff, I seen that balloon come over my head while I was standing there talking to you, and about lost my mind because I knew it was close, but I didn't know how close. But yeah, it really gets low. All right, well,
Yep.
I'm going to end that here. Of course, I'll continue talking to you, but I'm going to end this here and let y'all have y'all's map and shut me up and let y'all enjoy this map, because download it. It's just that simple. And be sure to like, share, subscribe. We got a whole bunch of new people in June. Tons of shares. I love seeing that. Keep that stuff up. It promotes the channel and promotes for people like Johnny and stuff. And we could definitely need to use all the love we can get. So take care and have fun, everybody.